One of my best memories playing video games ever was actually in med school. So basically, in med school, every couple weeks we would have a test. And so after the test, everyone would go celebrate, right? Usually it was on a Friday, sometimes it was on a Monday. And so the way that my friends and I like to celebrate a lot was we had they me and my friend lived together, and then we had a third guy, and he would come over to our place, and we would play horror video games. That was our thing. We would drink beer and play horror video games. So I remember the first one that we played was Resident Evil 7. And so it had come out, we'd gotten it. And so my friend, me and my friend that I lived with, we were gamers. And but my other friend, he's like not really a gamer. And we'd play Resident Evil 7, and then I would get through a section, right? And so he'd be like screaming the entire time, our friend. And then we'd give the controller to him and he'd play a section. And then an enemy would come and he would just blow all our bullets on the enemy. And by the time we knew it, like all the bullets would be gone. And we'd be like, William, bro, what are we gonna do for the rest of the game? And he'd be like, I don't know, man. The enemies, they were here. I had to shoot them. Fucking scary. But yeah, and literally, this is what we would do every month or so. Whenever we'd have a test, we would get together and play games. We played Resident Evil 7. We played Amnesia. I remember us playing Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 was actually funny because my friend, he would die so many times that turns out it actually demoted our difficulty from standard to assisted mode. And we must have accepted it. And so I remember playing through the game after he'd left. And I was like, why is this so easy? And turns out that we'd gotten demoted to assisted mode. And I was like, I can't do this. And so I replayed Resident Evil 2 later on the hardcore difficulty. But this is one of my favorite memories that I have. And because it kept us together. And when I think back to some of the best times I had in med school, I think back to those nights, those gaming nights that we used to have. I remember we used to play Amnesia. And for when we played Amnesia, I had it on my PC and we didn't have it on the PS4 in the living room. So I would actually take my PC down and then connect it to the freaking TV. Take the PC, right? Connect it to the TV, and we would play it on that. And so it'd be like just like a jumble of cables everywhere. I just have that vivid memory of us doing that. But the reason I make this is because see, like the video game memories that we had, it allowed us to still stay in touch because periodically we'll text in the group chat like, oh yeah, did you see this thing coming out or this game? Until Dawn, actually, that was the first one we ever played, was Until Dawn, and because that one was nice because you can actually pass around the controller, right? It's not very gameplay heavy. And I remember my friend, he got so mad at me, so we had saved pretty much every character by the end of it except maybe one. And so we're playing Until Dawn. We get to the very last sequence, and it's me who's playing it. And basically, like the house they're in is blowing up, and you have an option for the character to escape or to stay. And so I was like, fuck, we gotta escape. We gotta get out of the house. And my friends, no, stay. Because turns out that if you stay, then basically it's like you staying in the house is blowing up. You can get more people and you can help escort your party out. And so I left immediately. And so pretty much half our party died at the end because I didn't go to save them. Right. And so that's something that we still joke about to this day. And so fast forward a couple years later, after we'd all graduated from med school, like I'm in Michigan, my friend's in Cleveland, my other friend he was in South Carolina. No, he was in San Diego. Sorry, he was in San Diego, California. And yeah, so we flew out there actually, and we played Man of Medan, like another horror video game together. And so I remember us playing that. It's like we are bringing back that memory that we used to have of us playing Smash, right? And I'm bringing this whole video because the video games, these horror games, allowed us to be friends, allowed us to stay in touch with each other, and really allowed us to develop our friendship further. So I'm very grateful for those times. And I think that's one of the benefits that video games have that often gets overlooked. People always talk about, oh yeah, video game addiction, right? I'm a psychiatrist. That's what I hear in my field. Or yeah, video games cause violence. GTA is causing school shootings, which I don't think is true. Or like that they're a waste of time. That's the most common thing that we always hear is that, oh yeah, games are a waste of time. And it's no, like these are some of the untangible benefits that video games have that I don't think are personally a waste of time. I enjoy still playing games to this day. Like right now I'm playing Rivals, and it's one of my favorite things ever to do is like after a day of work is just like you sit down, play some rivals with the boys and or girls, right? My sister plays with us as well too. But yeah, my whole goal with this channel is that I want to people to really embrace their nerd identity and bring it into the forefront, bring it in mainstream. That's why I started Cosplay Couture. It's our cosplay runway production in Miami and New York, where literally we have a full fashion show for cosplay. So you can check that out, Cosplay X Couture, and then definitely see if you're interested in coming to a new show. Would love to connect there. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy this video. Definitely check out some of the other ones on the channel, and I'll see you there.